Hello, book friends. This is Kat. Welcome to Just Be. So, today I have my reading setup for the month of November. Now, if you are basically, if you've been here on my channel, you notice that I did not put up an October one. And that's because I did something differently for the month of October, and I'm going to do a flip through of what I did. So, also, if I sound a little off, I had a major headache this morning, and I didn't think I was going to film this until another day, but I am feeling much better. Still have a little bit of a headache, but I'm hoping with time as the day goes on it may get better. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what I did for the month of October. So October is my favorite book of the month was the Shadows Over England series. What is that first book called? Oh, A Name Unknown by Rosanna M. White. And so that's what I took inspiration from. And in that book, basically it's World War II or World War One, and the person who is the main character, she pretends to be a librarian, and she basically goes undercover in a way to this guy's house and is trying to find documents or something that will be used against him because he is of German descent, and so she gets hired by someone else to basically find things to incriminate him. And so one of the things that so her disguise, if you will, is a librarian, and he needed someone to go through his old books and everything to help clear up his own library. So that's kind of like the gist of the story. I mean, there's more to it, but I took that inspiration, more academia vibes, and so I had some collage paper and just had fun with it. So that's going to be the theme for this. So as you can see, I made a little cutout. So it's like a window, and I really liked this gold washi that I got from Archer and Olive. This is not a sponsored video. I just like their subscription boxes, and so I've been using what I have with their subscription. And so I have played with Distress ink. And for those who were curious about what I use my calendars for, I mark the book that I'm reading for that day. So like this would be The Nightmare Virus, and so I marked it here because I started it on October 1st, and so I just marked how many days that I've read it. And I'm trying it for this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it for next year, but it has helped me go back, and when I'm writing my reviews, like put it, usually ask you on Goodreads or on Storygraph, how many days did you read this book, or it took to read the book. And so going back when I write my reviews, that is really helpful. I accidentally did another column, so I ended up just writing total and just how many books I've read for that week. But that was a mistake that I just kind of turned into, I guess, lemonade, if you will. So anyways, there is, oh, and I'll have to mark that. Let me mark that real quick. So I finished 1, 2, 3, 4. So, all right. Here I did a mini, it's like the Tolkien Readathon. It didn't happen in October. This has been a readathon that was like years past, but I liked it enough to do it again in October. So basically, you get to be a character, and the character in the Lord of the Rings, and so I played as Legolas, and I did the prompts and I went through Middle Earth. And so I'll link the person down below who I got this from, but she did this years ago. So I just kept the information. And then I did the Middle Earth Readathon and Journey Through the Bible. And so we have the co-host here, the writing Songbird, Celestria, Lovely Day with Holly, Christy A. Cole, and then Paperbacks and Ponytails down here. And I just marked the book, like the Nightmare Virus is right here, is in this color. I use that color to mark off the board so I know what book I used for that. So all right, so this is what I did differently. Basically what I did was I printed the book covers out and I put my rating and I wrote about the book as well as writing the quotes that I really liked about the book. See, this is what I've been doing is I've been writing my reviews here and basically what I thought of the book, like my raw thoughts. And this has helped me slow down in my reading and basically has helped me with my reviews as well, because I get to write all my raw thoughts down and then I get to go with a more comprehensive, I guess if you will, review online. So just gonna flip through this. Of course, this is a DNF, so I kind of cut this in half because I didn't really have much to say about it, but I just wrote why I DNF'd this book. And then, of course, I tried to match the pictures with the book. So like the road home had some settings in Utah, and we actually, my husband and I have been to Utah, and we went to like the national parks there, and some of the settings in here took place at these parks. And so I had a brochure that I cut up and used for that. So that was nice. And then I did my own drawings too. Like this is a, a sticker, I guess, like sticker paper. And I just drew on it and cut it out and put it here. Basically, what happened was I drew underneath it and it turned out terrible, so I just redid it and put it on top. So anyways, and then over here I had like 3 stickers of 3 different books here, because basically I didn't have much to say about this little children's book. And this book, I mean, it's a middle grade, which ended up being my favorite book, by the way. This is the book we're gonna use for the setup for November. And then I like finished this book just yesterday from time of filming. So, and then this is my wrap up. I ended up doing this wrap up page at the end. So basically I just left these pages blank, and as I finished the book, or as I was reading the book, I would set up the pages. So since this was the last book I've read, I kind of squeezed it on this page, and then I just started to I made this page yesterday. So this is just my wrap up, and I'm going to put my worst and best book here. But yeah, but now we get into November. So I am liking it so far, how I've been doing it. So what I'm going to do for this video is I will set up the first page or 2 of November, and what I'm going to do is just for the next month, like December, I will show you all my pages for November and do a setup for December, like include that setup in that one. So we'll try it this way. But like I said, my favorite book is Wish Tree by Catherine Applegate. I really like her writing, more so her poetry ones, like the free verse ones, have been my absolutely favorite middle grade books from her. And this one wasn't free verse. It was just a sweet story about a tree who basically is considered a wish tree, where people will leave wishes on the tree, and basically the tree is observing this neighborhood, and it's been like 250 years of I think 250 years, maybe 3, of this tree being alive and observing changes and stuff. And you have like little critters and they're all cute. And anyways, I thought it was a sweet read. So I have this really pretty paper of essentially a tree, and it's very fall vibe that I'm getting right now. So I'm going to use this basically to be like the cover page, and then what I will do is I will add like the calendars and stuff here. So I think I'm going to use this whole sheet and then paste stuff on top. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, all right, I will go ahead and do some music, and I'll see you at the end. So this is my final look at the November setup. So I really love how it looks like, and I know it's super simple, guys, and I didn't set up a lot, but that's why I combined my flip through of October into my setup for November. So I hope you still enjoyed the video, maybe got some inspiration with maybe your setup, these fall colors, or just getting into the fall mood. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and hopefully this month, goes well in the reading. So far so good. I mean, I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do next year. I think that though this was fun setting up based off of my favorite book from the previous month, sometimes I want to set up earlier than just waiting at the end of the month. But I don't know. Like I said, enjoy having the inspiration. So we'll see. I got a lot to think about, guys, but I hope that you are enjoying this fall weather wherever you are. And I hope to see you guys in another video. Bye.